Hello everybody out there in the internet, welcome to Aimless Babbles, the episode 366. I'm Chris Adams, the Tech Master, joined by
RPG Maniaco 5.
And Trioptical.
So we've got some what you've been playing. Oh crap, we
Paragon
didn't talk
without me.
about the middle
What a
segment
jerk.
before the podcast, so I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Who knows?
Oh no, we have to go back to the pre-show. Go back to the pre-show. Rewind.
Who knows what we'll be talking about in the middle segment?
There is none.
It'll be a surprise. Aimless surprise cake factory of cakes. And like 3 news stories. I already forgot all of them, but yeah, whatever. Nothing happened. It's like post E3 hangover, talking about games, and then it's like, what happened? Nothing happened because we were so busy being hyped on games. It's like, let's just calm down a bit here.
I wasn't hyped on games.
So yeah, so Final Fantasy VIII, I'm still stuck because I'm at a boss fight and I don't know what's happening. Like, it's like I don't remember having this much issue with this fight I'm on, and then I'm just like getting killed every time I'm like going into it, and I'm like, okay, well clearly I got past this part before, and now I don't know what to do differently.
Which boss is it?
It's Fusion and Raijin when you go to the Lunatic Pandora, whatever. I think what happened was like I had one of my characters had the no encounters thingy on, so like I didn't like there's probably like a significant chunk of the game, or not like significant chunk, but like a decent amount of the game where I was just like going through and like not in random battles and like didn't level stuff up and getting super awesome skill ability points and yada 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 blah blah blah. So maybe that's what happened, maybe not, I don't know. But you know, until we get past this section that we're stuck on, I can't be all like, this week on Final Fantasy VIII. So you know, just hold tight for that and stuff. Besides that, not really a game, but I totally hooked up my Wii to my TV because I didn't know I could do that. And I was like, wow, this is a composite output. And I was like, whoa, no way. And I was like, let's see if it works. And it worked. And I was like, oh man. So, you know, I was able to do that. And then what else was I able to do? I did something. I was like, let me hook this up and see if it works. And I used my Elgato thingy. I was like, oh man, I can stream. And like, yeah, I don't know what I did before, but like, I had it hooked up where it was like nice, fine, and dandy. And I was like, okay, cool. But I did something, and like it just effed everything up, or I just like forgot how to do it. But I think everything's cool now. I just gotta, you know, get my. Oh, I can't do it on my TV because there's like no S video. It like only goes to composite, so it's super weird. But whatever. I think I figured out how to get around that because I was like, I was all experimenting and stuff and redirecting cables, and like I remember how to do this. So you know, I went back to the thing, or not back to the thing, but you know, just back in action, streaming and stuff, and it worked and stuff. So that happened. What else have I been playing? No Destiny this week because it's Tuesday, usually Destiny time, and I wasn't playing Destiny. Oh, I forgot to get an image of this game. I was playing the bunker. So yeah, it's basically very okay. It's not similar. It's in style. As far as like FMV, not a lot of gameplay going on. What's the other stuff in the game? It's choice-based too, which was neat because there's choice at the end of like, why would you do this? That was weird. And then I gotta say I did very much enjoy this game though. And then it does F with you a bit at the end and pull a Eternal Darkness / whatever you want to call it, and it's like. Your character on screen is like in this. Oop, crap! I didn't mean to do that. Is doing stuff, and then he's like got a flashlight, and it's like, you know, slowly going out, and it's like, what's going on? It's like, whoa, this is weird. And then the controller, not the light on your controller, but your controller like dies. And it's like, what? And I just like, I just like, I saw like the notifications. I was like, whatever, and I just pushed the thingy and it turned back on. And I was like, that's pretty cool. It like, you know, not a lot of games have like done that. It's been a while since, you know, some mind effery from a game to be like, oh, you think everything is cool? You think everything is cool?
But it's not.
It's not cool. Hey, like this, your controller's dead. What are you gonna do? It's like, oh, whoa, game. That was, yeah, I didn't see that coming. You got me. And it's kind of weird because, like, in the promotional material, well, not the promotional material, but like the trailer for the game, and then like the image it has on the store. You get the like horror, scary vibes of like, oh, this is gonna be scary. This is gonna be scary. It wasn't that bad. I was not scared. I'm a coward, so it wasn't that bad. Like if I had like like I'd say like not until like towards the end, but then even then it's not really that bad with the mind effery. So it's like, whatever, man. Nothing too intense. You can get through it pretty fine.
If the tech can handle it, you can handle it.
Yeah, if I can handle it, you know, there's like 90. I mean, there's some like attempted jump scares, but they're not really that bad. So I was like, yeah, this isn't that scary. So it was weird. So I was expecting to be like way scary from like the trailer I watched. I was like, what's going on? Like, or for like the way they set up in the trailer, like it made it seem very different from the way the game actually was. But I gotta say, the way it turned out was really good. And I was like, oh, I didn't, okay, because I thought like it's one thing. It was like different from what I thought it would be, and it was like, you know, really good on like the way stuff goes down. I was like, ooh, oh, so I was like, yeah, good stuff. So yeah, the bunker, pretty good if you're into the FMV weird stuff we're getting and choice-based stuff. Because it made me like think, you know, like I was playing it because, you know, I've kind of like gravitated towards these. I was like, you know, this is kind of like an alternate version of a Telltale game, except for the fact it's not as episodic, and it's like all in one. It's like an all-in-one episode, or not? I guess yeah, it's like an all-in-one episode as opposed to like a season full of episodes. Like, you know, all your choices are gonna like build to the ending, and you'll be like, oh, okay, that was a nice little ride. It didn't leave me traumatized and other weird things like a Telltale game will like over episodes across seasons, and you're like, what have I done? Oh no, I'm a terrible person. Oh no, the things I've done and seen.
Fact.
This one is just like you just enjoy the ride of like, oh, do that, oh, do that, oh, do this, oh, do that, oh, what am I gonna do here? And stuff's going down. It's like, oh man, and then it's like so seamless because it's FMV, so it's like you should do the choice, stuff happens. It's like, oh, it's kind of like it's very cinematic because it's like it's literally a movie on screen, and then you're just along for the ride. And then it ends, you're like, oh, I very much enjoyed that.
Although, I should make a note, I don't feel like a terrible person at the end of a Telltale game.
I don't always feel like a terrible person at the end of the Telltale game. It's just like some episodes are worse than others. And then the seasons
I feel like it's all unnecessary evil.
I don't feel bad because I have my whole style of like, you know, women and children first, save the hostage. Or when you can, and then you know, Paragon it out, and then I'll get
renegade
to
all the way.
Yeah, I did it just like in season 3, where my Clementine was an unbitten, unflinching, unbeatable survivor, and it's like, yeah, my Clementine's the best. Suck it. What else? Oh, I played this Mega Baseball. I was like, whatever. It's whatever. It's like I figured I didn't figure this out, but like it seems like if I play it when it's on my external hard drive, it runs better than when it's on my PS4 hard drive. So I'm like, I don't know what that is. But just
this is true, actually. This is true.
So
they did tests, and like stuff loads faster on the external hard drives than the internal ones.
That's interesting.
That's very weird, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Is weird.
But I don't care. I was like, whatever, dude. I can play my effing Super Mega Baseball. Finally, my share button and be like, guys, this game's so awesome. Look how awesome it is. I mean, there's a second one coming out soon, so it'll probably be out and be like, this game's old, whatever. And I was like, dude, whatever. But you know, 16-0 on the season, so you know we've got like a bunch more games. But you know, it's
hex.
We're getting there. We're getting there to the World Series or whatever, and we're gonna win. What else did I play? It was okay. I had one of those moments where I was like just sitting in my PlayStation menu, looking at the spoils of games I have, and I was just like I couldn't choose. Okay,
that's my thing.
The other reason was like, you know, it was late, and I was like, dude, I'm tired. I don't want to like
become tropical.
I don't want to have like my super, or I need my like spider sense reflexes, and I don't have them because it's like 3 a.m. I don't want to play Wipeout where it's like super intense and I got to focus on like, you know, driving and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, all these other games are like this too. I just want to like sit back and relax and do whatever. So now I need to get another curated playlist of games that are like that. And then I wanted to play, I think, Project Cars, but I was like, dude, I haven't played this in months, and I forgot to play, kinda. So that would be a train wreck, literally. So pass. And then the Next Machina came in, and I was like, dude, this is like way too coordinated. I was like, yeah, I can't play this. Like, this is not something you play at 2 a.m. when you're just like, yeah, I want to go sleep. And I'm just like, whatever. I don't play something. I mean, I could play things.
Wow,
I was like,
what is Next Machina?
Yeah, I played so much of that game that it's like, I don't really feel like playing it right now, so whatever. And
what is Next Machina?
Maybe too, but I was like, oh, Next Machina is it's a shootery type like Super Stardust HD game. It's by the same developer.
I saw Gamer playing it.
Came out today.
And it's like, what is this? Is it a new game? Is it about robots taking over? But it's apparently not, I guess.
No, it is not. Or maybe it is. I don't know what the story is exactly.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing. And in that I've been playing, I learned a lesson. I don't need to buy any more games because I totally splurged on the E3 sale. I'm about like, I mean, didn't like a ton like I usually do, but I was like, dude, not only am I good to go, I've got like stuff I've been like dying, well not dying to play, literally, but like I've been really like chomping at the bit, like, oh man, I want to play Thumper, oh man, I want to play Rose, oh man, that game, the We Are the Police looks pretty cool or whatever, and then like all these other cool small downloadable games that are just like bit too much full price because like, I'm playing games I need to spend that much money. But when you're like, $10, it's like, pfft, how can I say no to that? I can't. Or it's like under 20. It's like, dude, you're like, you're within the Joji Gundam threshold of like, pfft, I'll buy that for 20 or less. So yeah,
I'd hit that.
That's all I've been playing.
The game
Oh
version.
yeah, then effing God Wars, dude. Like I would have bought that if it was on the store and it was at like the Amazon pre-order price, but it wasn't. So good job, Nippon Ichi Software. You lost yourself a sale there, people.
In all fairness, they need.
I was on a buying spree
money.
this week. It was weird. Oh, I even like effing eBay had this deal where it's like PlayStation VR, $300. I was like, $100 off. Sure. I was like, pfft. It's like, okay, it's like, yeah, dude, it's like it's like $100 off. So it's like that's like easily like a holiday deal scenario. It's like it's not that time of the year. It's like before that time of the year. So it's like I can just get it now. I'm like, yeah, let me play my Archangel when it comes out next month, or Persistence whenever it comes out, or all these other VR enabled games I've got that I haven't played, and maybe pee myself when I'm playing Resident Evil 7 finally, and then
Gross.
see if I'm ready for that VR horror or not, and then hopefully not die like Tropical says might happen, but we'll see. So that happened. Now she gotta give me some move controllers. So I'm all ready. VR. My body's ready.
Bow chicka wow wow.
And that's all I've been playing.
What happened to me this week?
Life
Yeah,
happened to
E3
you.
usually drains me, so I'm just like, I don't really care about any of this for now. Trying to remember why I played Bridge Crew, other than like I think it's cool. Oh, well, so I found out that the sort of profile progression in Bridge Crew is basically you get, I guess, XP points or whatever after missions, and then you rank up. And I think Captain is the highest. And like the last time, this was during E3, like a friend invited me to play, and I was like, okay, cool. And we played, and that's why I noticed it. And I was like, oh, I want to be Captain. You guys aren't captains. I want to be Captain. And since like, because I'm always playing Captain, and I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. Like this sort of, if you're with randos who like no one knows what to do, then you can like be like, oh well, that guy has the higher rank, he should be Captain. You can just go that way. And so I was like, I'm gonna grind to Captain, and I started playing the ongoing missions, which are like randomly generated missions of certain types. I think there's only 6 types. There's like defend, there's like scan stuff, there's like rescue, and there's attack missions, and then some other stuff. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll just play through all these, and I think there's a trophy for doing one of each. So I'm like accomplishing many things at the same time. And I went and started playing, and then one of the randos that I played with on the first night invited me to her game, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess this is more fun with other people. I had been playing single player to grind through this, and she had like a full group, but one person like neglected to show up, so they needed a fourth, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then like the game has some technical issues, unfortunately. Sometimes, like in the last patch notes, it says that they fixed the infinite warping bug, and then we got stuck in infinite warp. And I'm like, oh.
Lies.
But well, it must be really complicated because it's a cross-platform game, and sometimes it seems like if we're just playing PlayStation people, then it's fine. But then if we have like Rift people or Vive people, then like stuff messes up. I'm like, huh. Well, I mean, the patches for each version have to be somewhat different, so maybe that's what's happening, and someone's patch didn't take or whatever, and then so we need like, yeah, it's very weird, or not weird, just a unfortunate situation, I guess. But it is nice to have people to play. Oh, one of the things that they did was so in the Vive version, like, or no, in the Oculus Touch version, you know how those controllers let you extend a finger, so you can like point at things. No, like
please explain.
Literally, that was the thing they showcased for Oculus Touch. It's like you hold this handle, right? So like a normal controller.
You, I touch myself.
That's not. That's
well,
not.
They named it that. It's not my fault.
Oh wait, no, I get it now. But no, like
yes,
showcase.
You get it now. Just now, got it. All right, drop the call. All right.
No, the thing that they showcased when they first showed the Oculus Touch controllers was that you could, like, point with your finger, like, naturally. And so it's just like, oh, this is a natural gesture. You can.
Of course, it's natural. Everyone does it.
And then it's getting worse.
I apologize to all the parents out there, because we're going there. We're going there. Welcome to Aimless Podcast After Dark.
Oh. Pre-release footage of Bridge Crew showed people like pointing, and then generally just like having normal hands that can point and push buttons. But then when the PSVR version came out, it's like, well, it just has the move controllers. And you would think, like, well, why is that a big deal? You could just assign the trigger button or whatever to point, right? Well, for some reason, they didn't do that. In the PSVR version, and originally, when you hold the move trigger in a lot of games, like you have open hands and then you close the hands. But for Bridge Crew, upon initial release, you had like a claw hand. So like all of your fingers would close except for your index finger, which
so you're always pointing?
which was your pointing finger in the other versions. But in this version, they just made it like a hook. So you're just like walking around you're sitting there with a hook. And like,
wait, that's right. Because I remember when Gamer played that, it did look super weird. I was like, man, this looks weird.
Why did they choose this? Like, this is nothing. And so, like in the most recent version, like they took out the hook hand. Now it's just like when you push the button, it's a fist now. And it's like, well, like this. If it wasn't going to be a pointer, like why go with the hook? That's just very weird. And yeah, so that's gone. I was like, well, that's great. that was very strange. Yeah, so played with more randoms, and I guess the general consensus in the community is that the Bridge Crew community is pretty cool.
That's because you're all nerds.
Like, this, they used to call anyone who played games geeks and nerds, and but no, this is like the real nerd community. People talking about like one of the guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play with him because he got dropped. But he was saying, he's like, yeah, I want. He was sort of suggesting we should play original Enterprise Bridge, because he's like, oh, because I'm old, and that that's my Enterprise. I like that one. And I was thinking, like, how old is that? And the only clue, I guess, was his username, which ended in 1966. So it's like, maybe that old? I was like, wow, this is very different. Like, usually you don't get to play games with people of this age. It's true. And like, this is cutting edge games too. Like, VR on your PlayStation, like that's you would not expect. Anyway, so it was pretty fun. We ended up having to play with Rando the bunch because yeah, that guy got dropped, and then we were like considering we were gonna invite him back, but then people kept joining, and it's like, well, I guess we'll just play one, and then that person left, and then another person joined almost instantly. I was like, okay, this just, yeah, a lot of people are looking for random crews to play with. But they're talking about, oh yeah, you gotta brush up on your Star Trek lingo. I was like, oh, cool. Role-playing Star Trek. Yeah, I think the game's content is too limited. Because I'm already starting to see, like, oh, pretty soon there is not going to be much left to do anymore. And then I really hope that they add more stuff. Like more ships to command would be really neat, but more importantly, I think they need to put more mission types, or more like interesting mission types in the game. And I have no idea what that would be. Yeah, I was thinking this morning about has been on this quest to make a game about, and like this is the latest one. It's like it kind of is, or it was. Now that I've played with like a bunch of people who really know what to do and what's going on, it becomes less about talking. It's more like when I was playing with newbies, it was like you sort of had to be very specific in what you wanted as captain. So instead of just saying like more power to engines, you had to say like, okay, this much power to engines. Because if you go over that, then we'll be in a different kind of trouble. And yeah, so if you just said more power to engines, they would just go to max, and then
more power.
You'd be like, oh no, now they can see us or something, and you would be screwed. But then the latest time I played, like everyone seemed to know what was going on, so the captain really only had to make very general commands. He was like, oh yeah, okay, we're going to take out that one, and then we're going to take out that one. And, you know, everyone just knows what to do. It's like, okay, yeah, in order to take out this one, you know, Helm has to fly over there and keep them in the forward arc, and to divert the right amount of power to each of the systems, and then tactical, you know, while they're, like, firing, they also scan so that they can start doing system intrusions to, like, block out the enemy systems and stuff like that, and it's just, like, very simple. And then, so then the captain's role just becomes, like, only he or she can see the objectives. So she just has to say what those are, and then we just kind of know what to do. I was like, yeah, I think maybe the challenge level of this game isn't high enough. That being said, the hardest, I think the hardest trophy is you're supposed to beam 120 people off of this one ship, and I guess in the olden days you could only beam 6 people at a time. That's 20 transporter runs, and all the while you're doing this, you can't, well, okay, so you can't beam through your shields. So to beam, you need your shields down. But all the while, like, there are more and more Klingon ships attacking you. And so it just gets really crazy. And it's like, do you fight them? Do you fight them with your shields down so that you can continuously beam people over? And it takes about, I don't know, like 40 seconds or so to lock on and beam 6 people over. And then you got to do that 20 times.
That doesn't take forever at all.
Yeah.
Says math.
only 20 minutes. You got to just survive for 20 minutes. It's nothing. But the most I've gotten was like 40 something. And that was really, I did nothing. All I did was sit there and wait for transporters and just like continuously beam people and disrupt like one of the enemy's weapons so that they couldn't shoot me. It's like, okay, instead of 4 of them shooting me, there's only 3. It's a little bit better. Also, they don't just shoot you. They're also shooting the ship that you're trying to beam people off of. I think the latest time I failed, it wasn't I who died. It was like the rest of the 300 some people that I haven't beamed over yet.
Oh my!
Their ship got destroyed. I was like, wow, great.
Talk about our timeline.
So far I haven't tried that one with other people. I've only played it by myself. So maybe with other people it's easier, but as of right now, I have no idea how to do that mission. Anything else about Bridge Crew? Are you gonna get Bridge Crew, Tekken?
He sure is.
At some point when it's not, how much is it?
Tekken, you get to capture.
I think it's 50.
Yeah, definitely not getting it when it's 50.
I think it might stay up there for a while. It seems pretty popular, actually.
Yeah, like I went to the VR section of the PlayStation Store. I was like, oh yeah, there's a whole section here. Oh, let me just browse the games. Oh man! So now I'm like super pumped to play the X-Wing game or the Battlefront, whatever.
Oh my gosh!
Oh man, it's like this hype has been building for months. So it's like, oh, I can finally play this.
Do you have Battlefield downloaded already?
Somewhere I think. Yeah.
What's it called? Battlefront.
Yeah.
It's called Battlefront. Yeah. Yeah. That thing is super cool. So many of the buttons inside the X-Wing work, and they all do different things. It's really... Oh man, that's so cool. Did you get Move controllers?
Not yet.
Or just the heads?
Just the headset.
Do you need Move?
You always need Move controllers for optical.
I'm trying to think if there's like, because you don't need them for Battlefront or Thumper. Or
yeah, it was super annoying too, because like I was looking at the price of the two Move controller bundles, and like GameStop had them for like 100. I was like, what the F, man? That's like the savings on the headset going towards the controllers. Yeah. I was like, what? And during the days of play, so I got really two DualShock 4s, and I was like, dang it, I should have just not did that. But you always could have a spare, so it's like, And they were like the nice shiny new ones with the light bar in them. That's awesome.
I love them. They're so good.
And one of them is silver. We all know how Aimless likes the silver peripherals. Shiny.
We do. Silver is my favorite color, actually.
Like chrome or silver?
Like silver. Chrome is more steel looking. It needs to be more gaudy.
Yeah. All right, so that's Star Trek Bridge Crew then. And then Paragon. It was the uneventful nothing week. So I guess not much happened. I don't think I played that much this week actually either. Just yesterday. Played for quite a while. I was like, oh no, now it's late. I played the day away. Yeah, what are they doing? Oh, they messed up the UI in the last patch, so there was like more chatting going on in the draft because you had to say what position you wanted to play rather than just being able to signal it.
That was super fun, by the way.
Which it was funny because like they fixed it today, and I played once, and it was like someone said, "sup," but it was SUPP, and I said hi, and then I picked a support because everyone else had picked something else, and then and then I realized, oh wait, he wanted to support.
Yes.
I was like,
he wasn't saying what's up.
So yeah, that would not have worked either way. We won that one though. I have no idea how. I'm gonna have to watch the tape because it was very strange.
Skills.
I did see Steel like smash, I think like 4 players to death with only 2 smashes.
Oh my!
It was pretty cool. It's like that smash circle is small now, and to have those 2 people like just have, not enough health to survive it, and they were that close together. in this like huge group fight that we're having. So that was very amazing. Yeah, I guess that's what I've been playing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the stream, but my upload speed just like took a dump and hasn't recovered. So it's just been sitting here at like the red light for like a while. But hey, we've got the local recordings. You know, we didn't get to the stream where it's being choppy.
We apologize. Welcome to Aimless.
Wow. Actually, mine is also one red light on my Skype.
Oh no.
Oh no. Mine is all green. You guys need to get good.
Hey, my Skype is green. It's just the stream is red for some reason. But yeah, I did remember some other games I've been playing. So those were the only games I've been playing. Whoopsie! But Hand of Fate, man. That game. That effing game. Man. Good stuff. Like, okay. So, first time I talked about it, I was a bit all over the place. I mean, I'll probably still be all over the place, but I kind of have a better idea of what's going on. So, your deck. There's like different types of cards that you have. So you have like the game cards, which are food. The equipment card, which is like equipment stuff for your inventory, like shields, swords, artifacts, blah blah blah. Then like the stuff that you go, like when you're going through the scenarios that the dealer dude is giving you, you have enemy cards, which is like, oh no, there's an ambush, or you have okay, essentially like what happens is like you'll stumble upon a scenario and it's like, okay, choose A, B, X, Y, Z. And then it's like, okay, there's a sword in the thing. Do you want to pick the sword out? And it's like, yes. And then you like draw from the success or failure cards. And if it's a success, it's like, cool, you got this stuff. If it's a failure, and it's like, oh man, bad stuff's about to happen, and you're probably gonna have to get in a fight, or something's gonna happen to you. And then later on, it gets evil because you have blessing cards, which like are the buffs that you get, which are pretty cool. But then you also have curse cards, which you don't want curse cards because they will f your stuff up. And that's what happened to me. Because I had been like rolling through the game, and I was on like the 11th or 12th or 9th or something of like the stages of like his thingies or his artifacts that you're collecting from him. And I was like, I ain't died yet. I'm just rolling through this game. And then he gave me a curse, or or like each level or thingy or I don't know what to call them because it's just like a set of cards, or like each boss level, I guess, that you go through, because there's a boss at the end of all of them that you're trying to take down. Each one has a specific modifier, and that one was that you get a curse card every like floor or every however many steps or something crazy. And so essentially, I had like 5 curse cards or something, and it like was, and they were basically all like my max HP, and it had like 50 health or something stupid. It was whatever. And so I'd like gone through this combat zone, and like I took damage from like the enemies in it, and then the next curse card I got, or the next card I pulled from whatever encounter or whatever I was doing, that like gave me a card, or that was a failure, not a success, and I had to like draw a whatever thingy. It was like take 10 damage per curse card or something, and I was like, what? And then that was like it. That was like one hit, you're dead, because I had like so many curse cards, and it was like pop, and it was like, whoa, that like, yeah, it was like more than my HP at the time, or like even my max HP. So many effing curse cards. I was like, dude, that was evil. You're an evil dude.
You.
He's like, oh yeah, I was just rope-a-doping you, taking ha 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 ha. And then like from then on, it was like the game was hard, and I was like, whoa, that's not cool. That was very not cool what you just did to me, Hand of Fate. And then yeah, that was like a very moment. And man, the effing one, jeez, it's like it's okay. So since the game like works on so many levels, it's like the card thing I'm cool on final stage, because I don't take any chances. I'm not gonna like risk getting a fail card or any type of like buffs, or I'm not sorry, not buffs, but like debuffs or curses or what's happening to me. But the final boss, oh my gosh, it's like this giant lizard thing, and it's got like a bunch of henchmen lizard things, and they're just man, even with the Batman combat, it's still hard, and I'm just like, man. And I guess the thing is like they do so much damage to you, and like I think X does a damage over time thing, so it's like you get hit, and you're not going to like lose like 1 or 2 health. You're going to use like 10 health, because it's going to keep hitting you like after you get hit the first time. So it's just like, dude, chill out on that, lizard people. And then yeah, it's just, I hit a wall in that game at the very end. I was like, come on, Hand of Fate. I'm like right at the end, Controller's like, let me pass the flip, and I was like, nope, Dagon, you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to suffer. So I did enjoy the game and very much liked it, but man, towards the end it was like guess what the hand of fate is? It's a bitch slap to your face. That's what the hand of fate is. Because, yeah, you're going to feel
I
it.
get
You're
it.
going to be like, oh man, I got this. This game ain't nothing. Oh, it's so fun. I'm having so much a good time. And then, all of a sudden, just all up in your face. It's like, oh, you got me, curse cards. Oh, curse cards. And then, and like another one I had, I was like, it's like another one I had was like every 3 steps take a pain card or something, or you get like something bad happens to you essentially every three steps you take on the board. And it's like, really? That's just evil, dealer. That is just effing evil. And then the one I have now, I think is I don't know, but man, it is brutal. It gets really bad at like the very end, like the beginning to like the middle to like towards the end. But like the final floor, or like the final 4 cards that you got to go through to get to the last artifact. Whew, man, it's gonna hurt you. Cause yeah, but it's still a fun time, and I still enjoy it. And it is cool because like each card is like, you know, after you've played each card every time, you think you like know, oh, it's gonna be this, oh, it's gonna be this, but it's not. It's like the alternate scenarios of the stuff. It was really cool. Cause like there was this one time where I had like the Mr. Lionel thingy, and like I kept saying, okay, well, give me what you think I need, and you keep giving me like a shield or some sort of like equipment. But this like one time, I guess because in my deck I had like no money, and I was just, that's the other thing, is like you will suffer in this game. You'll just be like dragging along, like barely making it, of like, man, if I don't get any more food in the next couple turns, I'm gonna start starving. Or if I don't get any more gold, I'm not gonna buy any more gear from any of the shops. And it's just like, it's just a hard grind sometimes. It's like, oh, I barely held on that time. Oh, that was close. Like this one time, like my max HP got like so nerfed from like curse cards. I had like 35 HP as my max HP, and I was like, dude, I need to get to the end of this. Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then like out of nowhere, the boss like showed up, and then I hadn't fully healed, so I had like, or maybe I had, but I was like, dude, this is going to be a challenge, because that was like when I was still like doing good in the game. And I was like, man, 35 HP, that's still really low, and like the bosses are pretty tough in this game of just like how hard they hit you. And I was like, well, let's just see if I can work my Tekken magic, and I did. And I was like, oh yeah, so that was really cool. But man, it is just it's a roller coaster of like, you never know what to expect, of like up and down, you're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold, stuff's going good, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like the shoe will always drop, and like you never know what's gonna happen, you never know when you're gonna draw that bad card, but you're always gonna draw, like it's always gonna happen unless you don't take. But like that's what I learned like later on in like the latter half of the game, is like, you know, if you don't take chances, just like I do in real life, it's like, you know, don't take chances, nothing bad's gonna happen, or statistically speaking, you know, because, you know, stuff can still happen even though you're not taking chances. So it's like, you know, if you don't go for the sword when it's stuck in the thingy, or if you don't pray to the gods when you get to the altar, or if you don't, you know, try to disarm the trap by the treasure chest, just don't do it, again. And then like, you know, once you stop taking chances, it's like everything's really cool, because like ha. But then there's still like that's the other thing, dudes. The farther you get, the harder the enemies get as far as like what you're gonna fight, because it's like you start off and like the boss cards are like jacks and queens, and then towards the end, every fight is a jack or queen or king, and it's like, crap, I don't want to fight anything. Every card is dropped. It's so hard. It's so ridiculously like the way that it just shifts. It's just like a tsunami of like death and destruction and bad things happening all the time. It's just like, hand of fate. Oh my gosh! But man, it's like, you know, it goes from like really good RNGs to like RNGs hate you, and he wants to like see you smited and wiped off the face of the planet. So it's like, man, the turn that takes. Ooh, man. Besides that, but yeah, Hand of Fate, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it and would definitely recommend it. But besides that, I played the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite demo.
Oh, I did too, and I was like, yeah.
I gotta say, I was playing with the auto combo thingy. At first I was like, this is really neat. But third fight, I was like, this isn't any fun. Why is this in the game? This is a bad feature. And I was like, this is going to be a very polarizing and inflammatory debating feature, because I can already feel it. And then like besides that, the whole gameplay thing is like the VO is kind of on some characters. I was like, Strider, that's not how I should sound, but whatever.
He did sound unusual. I was like, oh,
I did not think of him as a deep-voiced ninja. I was thinking of him as like a stoic silent type. But hey, whatever. That's just me.
Or if he did have one, it'd be like a younger voice or something. He sounds like really
deep voice
gruff.
Type. Yeah, like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought, like, the only one I had problems with was Rocket. Rocket was not the Rocket that I have in my mind now.
But it's Yeah.
But that's because you've actually heard him in a
in other stuff. Like Rocket in the movies and Rocket in the Telltale games sound kind of similar.
But yeah, it was pretty, but then I mean, there's like some. I mean, the game is like still in development, so like I will like give them the whole like Chun-Li thing of like, man, Chun-Li, who needs some work. But besides that, I think it's fun. It's cool with the whole Infinity Gems, how they all like work differently, and you can like use them differently, or even like use them in combos. And then, yeah, it's still Marvel's Capcom. It's just 2-on-2 and not 3v3, so that's cool. But auto combo, I think there's gonna be trouble ahead. Just saying, because it's like I was playing it. I was like, after playing the demo, I was like, dude, I don't want to play this anymore, really, because I just pushed one button the whole time. So, nah. But then I guess it's kind of neat because you could like also see it as like a gateway drug of like wanting to be better, to like where you could do like infinite combos. But it's like, dude, it's like, man, like just like the gulf in between that skill level is just like, oh yeah, it's like it's not that simple. So it's like, it's a trap. It's a trap, and I think it's in my backfire of like casuals being like, I just push one button in that game. This game sucks, and like the pro players are like, oh, you made it too easy for casuals, and then, but I mean, they wouldn't care because they're like skill levels. I mean, that's like the cool thing to me is like just like because it has like word I can't think of that it has bridged that divide so well of like it hasn't quite put the casuals where they can be like, oh, I can take on these pros. It's like, please, you may think you can, and you just get like destroyed anyway. It's like a trap anyway. So it's like, oh, it's like, oh, this false sense of, oh, you're so awesome, but you're not. So I thought that was neat, but I think it's definitely going to have a lot of negative feedback. That's all I've been playing this time, because I totally looked it up after I was, or not looked it up, I remembered it when I was done, and Todd was talking about what he's been playing. I was like, oh yeah, I've been playing this stuff, so this time, nothing else, and stuff. RPG.
Just to use, some Paragon and living my life, MOBA and all that fun stuff. But Life is Strange, I got to episode 4 now, so I've haven't got to the end of episode 4 yet. I'm on episode 4 now.
Enjoy that one.
And I was like I don't know, man. It's like I just feel like there's always something wrong. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Nothing, but it's fine. It's like I don't really have a choice but to live with these consequences, I guess. So it's like she discovered another power in episode 2 at the end or something, or maybe it's episode